This is a quick video to go over how to find articles using the shared library database. You'll see up here, right up there, you see the library webpage. You'll also see on my list of, of things up here, I even have a little bookmark right there. It's libraries.etsu.edu, no W's. Libraries.etsu.edu will take you here every time. So this search box here is sort of trash. I mean, it will find articles, it'll find books, it'll find all sorts of things. So if you want to go searching in there, you can, but it's just such a mishmash. I'm not a big fan of it, but if you have luck with it, that's wonderful. Instead, we're going to go over here where it's databases, and you can click on View All Databases, or go up here to research articles and databases. So I wouldn't research articles and databases, but do whatever. So I'm going to take you to Humanities Full Text, which works out pretty well a lot of times for rhetoric. We used to have access to a wonderful database for communication called Communication Abstracts, as well as Women's Days International and the radio or the television and film database, and they canceled all those at once. Okay, if you wanted to, you don't have to. You can go to Choose Databases and click Select All up here. You can actually deselect it, and it will get everything. You'll get some stuff you don't really necessarily want on, biological and agricultural index, for instance, but you might somehow pick up some other things, and we can add some stuff, and we can add in historical abstracts. There's Humanities Full Text, which is what we were already in, and if you want to add some other stuff in, you can. Art full text, because I don't know, right? American history and life. I mean, why not? We can add those in, but otherwise you can just stick with humanities full text. So we're going to do that. I'll leave all those there. You can go either way. Okay, so here we go. So let's say I was doing my dossier topic on birth control rhetoric. Nobody's doing that, so I feel free doing this, right? And I would do birth control. And sometimes birth control is referred to as contraception. So I'm going to say or contracept. And see what I've done there? I didn't spell the entire word, and then I'm adding an asterisk. So you see I did right there? Contracepti, and then an asterisk. And that means it's going to fill in everything that follows it. Contraception, which is T-I-O-N. Contraceptive, which is T-I-V-E. I'm doing that, right? I don't just want things on birth control and contraception. So in this case, I'm going to say rhetoric, just because that's what I'm doing. I'm not adding any other terms, just rhetoric. Because analyses of rhetoric will also pull up, just rhetoric. So there we go. Let's do a search and see what I get. So I have 52 results. That's actually not bad. I could just stick with that. But if I had too many results, something else I could do, and don't be tempted to do linked full text. Avoid the temptation to use linked full text, because many times you can get the article through ETSU in a couple of clicks. So I have 46 hits. So I'm going to scroll through and just find something, and let's look at Goodbye Post-Pill Paradise, Texturing Feminist Public Memories of Women's Reproductive and Rhetorical Agency, okay, from the Quarterly Journal of Speech, which is a most excellent journal on rhetoric, actually, and it's from 2019, so that's pretty cool, too. So I'm going to click on Get It ETSU. Now, when I do this, it's going to show me my options, and even though I didn't choose the, where it's the full text, that just means the full text is sitting right there in the database. Sometimes the article is just like 2 clicks away. It might be that it is electronically available through ETSU's library. It's just not in the database, but it'll then link to the library's electronic holdings, and we can still get it right now. It's just not sitting there in the database. The other thing that can happen is you may have to do interlibrary loan, and typically articles will arrive to you within about 3 days. Most things do come to you pretty fast. I've had them actually come same day. Okay, so it is telling me that it should be available. Right there it says available online, right? And so for that, I'm going to have to sign in. And I'm just going to use all my ETSU credentials. The page it's brought me back to looks a lot like where I started out, but I'm now logged in. And even look, it says full text availability. So I'm going to go ahead right here. It says that. See? View online, full text availability. Let's go to Taylor and Francis journals, and let's see if we can open it this very minute. So here again is the abstract, and there is the full article right there. And again, notice that in the database, it didn't say anything about that the PDF was there, because it wasn't in the database, but it was right here in the library. So here it is as a HTML, And right there, if I click on it, I can get it as a PDF. And that's all it took for me to get to the article. So there, that was pretty nice. Let's go back to my list of hits over here. And I'm going to pick out another one. I have no clue if the university has this one or not. And it turns out the university does not have it, which is good because it's going to show you that then if I want to, I could click on ETSU Share It ILL, which it's ill, yo, like license to ill. It's actually interlibrary loan. I'm going to have to log back in because I haven't been in here for a few days. I'm just using my ETSU credentials. Look, it automatically put in the name of the journal, the name of the article, the volume, the issue number, the month, the year, and I can just hit submit request. I'm not going to. And when they then have the PDF of the article, they'll email me so I can access, they'll give me a link and I can then pull up that PDF. By the way, you have to open a PDF or they might actually charge you. So make sure you go and open up that PDF. Otherwise, it's free. It is free to you. And that's it. That's all it takes. That is how easy it is to find things. An important thing to know is that if you get stuck with search terms, you're not sure your terms aren't getting anything, get back in touch with me. All right. For some of you, doing the search term of rhetoric might be useful, but other times you might have to use the word representation or even representation in media. I'm doing representation in media just because I want to be a little bit more specific. Yeah, there's not a whole lot here about the representation of contraception in media. That's not too surprising. But if I say representation in media, if I just went to fathers, right, and representation in media, I'm probably about to, here we go. Now I have 8. Okay. Yeah, domesticating patriarchy, hegemonic masculinity in televisions, Mr. Mom. Oh, by Mary Vavris in 2002. Okay. Anyway, yeah, and so you see that if I want to look for things that are more about media, I might have to do representation or representation in media. Actually, in, just representation might even give me more hits if I were to do that very quickly here. Yeah, 466. So now I might be getting things that I don't really want. So I might do representation and I might do something like TV or film. And what I'm showing you is how I'm just playing around with the search terms, different combinations of ideas to see if I get what I'm getting here. It's just a different way of casting my line in the water, seeing if I nab any more fish. Okay, so there you are. If you get stuck on search terms, let me know ASAP. I'm actually pretty good about helping with that. And there you are.